Yes, a real job can be gruesome. A real job can make you very tired, but a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you. You know what I mean? In the same way that 9 hours of streaming absolutely will. So, yes, a real job can be gruesome. A real job can make you very tired, but a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you. You know what I mean?
It depends.
In the same way that 9 hours of streaming absolutely will.
Content creation is harder than your 9 to 5.
Whoa.
That's what I'm saying. Being like a streamer or any face on the internet is harder than a 9 to 5 in certain ways because it f you up mentally. Now, waking up every day and go to a job and lifting boxes, like depending on what you're doing, that's tough too. That is hard. That is very hard. That's just very hard. It's very hard. Like, you feel me? Especially when you're doing a job you don't enjoy doing. That's just tough. That shit'll fuck with your mental. You might want to, you feel me? You might be tired of it. You might be unhappy. But being a face, like being a top streamer, is difficult because of all the you go through in terms of like living life. I promise. I'm telling you, gang. You are literally seeing thousands of niggas give their thoughts on you every second. That's not supposed to be. Like, no human brain normally should be able to tolerate that. Just keep it above. It's not true. You feel me? Facts. I'm telling the truth.
Welcome back. Today is a PSA. I need to recant one of my takes.
Again!
Not like refurbish it completely, but it's more or less, I think it just got taken the wrong way. Not by many, because honestly, hardly anybody watched the video. But I did get talked to about some of the takes that I had. And I mean, more or less, I was being kind of sarcastic about the whole fact that streaming was harder than being, at a 9 to 5. And I made the analogy that obviously I was saying 9 to 5s can be just a mindless job that you do where you really don't spend much energy, but you're just in there. You know what I'm saying? You're just in that thing existing. And that's not really using much energy. It's taking your life away and killing you slowly. But when it comes to streaming and, content creation, you really do have to put a lot of energy into that stuff. At least, if you can want to be one of those crap creators, you can just be one of the people who does the bare minimum and, somehow gets by, or you can be one of those people that puts out 3,000 videos and has 6,000 subscribers. It depends on what you want to get out of your content. Sometimes people strike gold by just making very basic and simple videos, being down to earth. And then some people do it by doing great deep dives and making great documentaries. Some people do it by great reactions, and some people do it by great commentary. There's a lot of different ways to make it. Movie reviews, game reviews, live streaming, all that stuff is very difficult. But on an honest level, it doesn't compare to working in 9 to 5. That stuff kills you. If you want to get to play games and do all these reviews and work, living on YouTube, that is a lovely job. Like, that's why I say, boy, it'd be great if I can grow this channel up to like 100,000 subscribers at some point in time, and where I can actually be like, man, I might actually be able to be a full timer, though that does seem very difficult to do. It'd be best to always keep your 9 to 5. And I recommend, even if you did have that many amount of subscribers, keep your job, because, well, why not? You might as well keep the revenue, especially if you're already pulling it off as is. Especially if you decide you want to pick up content creation, you get to that point and you're already working, keep it going. Make sure you get as many money revenues as you possibly can, because that's what we need out here. That's what we're talking about. The economy is already bad. It's shit for most of us, so guess what? You might as well go ahead and make sure you get as much money as possible. Grind yourself a little bit to the bone while still, having some extracurricular activities. Life is difficult out here in these streets. It isn't getting easier, and poor Gen A seems like they're doomed to a volcano-ish type of death. But guess what? It ain't over. All we have to do is rebuttal, pivot, fix some things, and get back on our high horse and, move on. I think we can do some good things out here in this world if we just keep grinding. But it isn't going to be easy. And working those 9 to 5s are not easy. And they will kill you. And that was the thing is, like, content creation is fun. Going to work and working 9 to 5, it ain't fun. I don't know anybody who loves work. And if you love work, you're probably doing content creation, or you're playing in the NBA. Something like that, something that you're actually playing a child's game, or you're doing something that's for kids, but it's what you do for a living. That's the only thing that you can do that's for fun, that you will make money. Other than that, you're probably grinding yourself to a misery that's other than that, it will make you just want to jump the shark. Something terrible. It's a sad reality that we all have to do. And, hopefully the economy gets fixed to the point that we're not all working until we're like 75 to retire. I mean, that's what it's looking like in some cases for some. You know, you look at those cases of those old people you see going back to work. They're going back to work. That's rough. Now, I don't know if I'm posting this video before or after my Wells Fargo video. I haven't decided yet. But either way, Wells Fargo, a 60-year-old employee, died at work. Died at the job. Literally died at work. How is that possible? First of all, I don't understand how somebody could die at work and you got 24/7 security. Those people need to be fired, sued, all sorts of different things. And in case you didn't see that video and hear that taking that one, you're going to hear it here. Everybody should be sued. I mean, the level of incompetency that takes place for that to happen, I don't understand it. They blame the smell on bad plumbing, which lets you know that the plumbing was bad all the time. It always smelled bad at Wells Fargo, and those people just had to live with those working conditions, just living in a terrible environment. That person probably had to come back to work and live with the shitty smell that takes place at work and die at work. How are you just gonna be at the cubicle for 4 days and nobody knows you? Like, notice you're there. How? Did nobody see? They said she was slumped over at the desk. Did nobody notice that she was taking the world's longest nap? I mean, she was obviously asleep there for a long time. I'm pretty sure that, you know, the computer monitor was staying on the screensaver or it already shut off days ago. I'm just saying. If I was the family members or friends of that person and I knew that this took place, I would want heads to roll and burn and get smashed like pumpkins. Nothing would be good enough for that. That's terrible. And to think that people are still having to work at that age, probably in no condition to have to be there, and to actually die on the job. Died on the job. I mean, you know, people talking about, well, you know, pretty much you're going to die here. Yeah, no, she did. Crazy. Just insane. And I mean, you know, Wells Fargo needs to owe that family a whole bunch of money. I bet you she wishes she was live streaming. I bet you wishes she was able to just create some content and make some money off the internet. Because, yeah, anybody who takes that take very seriously and actually means that content creation or streaming is harder than a 9-to-5 has never worked one. And if they worked one, they were given that job by their parents or somebody who just gave them the easiest thing they could possibly do, like picking up paper around the office, where, yeah, it's a meaningless, mindless thing to do, and it will drive you crazy, make you want to jump out a window. Can you remember the days when people actually couldn't even listen to music to work? You couldn't have a headphone in. The only thing you had was the big over-the-top headphones, stereo speakers, things that you couldn't get away with hiding. You had to just deal with the day, hearing the noises around the plant, listening to the people you don't want to talk to them, being bored out of your mind at work. At least nowadays, people do have the option to listen to stuff. You can put in some music sometimes. You can zone out a little bit, you know, listen to some content creation that people have put out there, you know, listen to some live streams, listen to some other people's videos, audio books, all sorts of different things just to get your day by faster. And people wonder why, you know, oh man, life is flying by. You know why? Because we're stimulated all the time. We're stimulated a lot more. And that's why the days seem to go faster each and every year. Each and every year, technology seems to improve, and it's improving to the point to where it's driving us to a faster death. Not necessarily bad, but our lives are flying by because we're enjoying it a lot more than we used to. People used to just sit around bored, nothing to do, playing stick ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why hide and seek and stuff like that was created, because there was nothing around. Now we have all sorts of stuff around. Now it's not always good, because you got some lame-hoes that exist out here in the world now, and they're just sitting around not making parties fun. The club's not fun. Nothing is fun out. Going out to the bar, people don't like to look at each other. The women are all standoffish. They don't want to dance with you at any like large gatherings. It's a weird place to be. You know what I'm saying? But there are moments where you can succeed, and you got to really be able to see through it. You also do have to have some charisma. Those things are important. But you know, a lot of these things in the world you don't get to enjoy when you're grinding on that 9-to-5. But when you can just get up every day in your drawers and go to your laptop or to your computer station and just, you know, make videos, life is good. Not saying that all of them are good at it, because a lot of them do work regular jobs. The smart ones do. But if you're going to sit there and just grind and do that only, you might find life a little tough at times. You just might. You know, I just wanted to recant that take, though, because I felt like it didn't come off the way I really wanted it. And I mean, this stuff is just, it's just wild to think. Like, I don't want to think I could potentially work myself so much that I actually die at the desk. I mean, that is awful. The thing, what happened to Mike? Oh, dude, You won't believe what happened this morning. They found Mike. They thought he was just asleep for a while at the desk. Dude, they didn't realize he was dead for like 5 hours. Just head knocked back. I thought they were going to say something earlier. They didn't. I mean, that would just be crazy. Oh, terrible. That means I didn't enjoy it, you know, at the end. It wasn't like I was having a good time, having a blast. Whatever I was doing, I was probably doing some, configuring some labor numbers? No. Like, what was she doing? Data entry? I mean, dude. And that's the thing is, Gen Z has it right. Sorry, I'm going to go on another rant. Gen Z, they got it right. They figured it out when it comes to work. Take those days off. Don't allow these companies and these corporations to take advantage of you all the time. Be dedicated to your job. Do a good job. But there's no point of grinding yourself to the bone to where you don't enjoy any parts of your life. If they allot you those days, you are entitled to take those days. They cannot terminate you because you took those days. Take them. Enjoy them. Spend time with your family, friends, sleep, rest for all the grinding that you're going to try to do to make that extra money. Make sure you get that time in. You know what I'm saying? Don't just sit there and let all your sick days go to waste. Don't sit there and let all don't waste vacation, PTO. That stuff is valuable. Use it. Use it. Use your benefits. Use the stuff that you have access to. Don't let any of that stuff go to waste. Because, I mean, people do, and it's not good. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let them just abuse you like that. Because, man, they will fire you and put a new you in tomorrow. And eventually they're going to get rid of all the us and put in new bots. So, I mean, I'm just saying, like, enjoy your life, make your money, do a good job. I really do promote. Don't just go to work and suck. If you go to work and suck, I'm going to be pissed because I hate the people that suck at work. Like, dude, just go on somewhere. Like, if you're not going to be productive, don't be here. If you're going to be here, let's be productive. Let's go home. Let's not take it overly serious, but like, let's not suck at our jobs. It's just like sports. Why would you just want to go out and just get beat? Who wants to go out there and let's lose today? Like, who thinks that? That's freaking stupid. Let's go out there. If we go out here and get mercy ruled, it's okay. If you came out here and played, that ain't the way I'm built. No, sir. We have to produce. Gen Z got it right when it came to that. Now there's some other things, a little off. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace. Holla at your boy.